from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. A shotgun snap for Watson. The connection made. It's Graham. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And Graham on the grab. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Watson off play action. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes eluding the pressure right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The Chiefs at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Get your swerve on.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. These two teams all tied after 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Faking the give. Now Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st down, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Browns drive about to get started. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Here's Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Again, it's Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up a run the dart ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
Mahomes going to throw. This one is caught. It's Moore. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. Going to be caught here, left side, Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
In on the tackle is the lineman, Perrion Winfrey.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man, complete. Able to slither by. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. York now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 75 yards. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. Now throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Let's go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kick the edge. Kick the edge. Go, go. 50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine. Here we go. Check, 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 check. No, no, no. Off.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They run again on first down. Chubb. Room here to run. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On second down, it's Cook again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And Graham's got it, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara to about the 48-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From just shy of midfield, Mahomes flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Watson on first down. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Rolling to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And nothing much materializing there. the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. A dump off here for Gore. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. On 1st and goal, Gore. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Derek Gore, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
They'll turn to Kamara. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They start the drive with Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Watson. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. We're back now in KC. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
From the 17, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And Chubb will try the middle here. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
To throw is Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this 1st down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. The York on now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Mahomes to throw it. Rolling to his right. Finding Kelsey. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as to understand where they are on the field?
Mahomes out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Watson to throw. That's complete. It's Cook. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, and Schwartz complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Watson. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
To throw, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. One final try for Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Cleveland, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.